the whole Dana White had a deal for Tom Brady.
Yeah, that can hurt some feelings.
And now we know that Tom Brady was referring to Derek Carr on the, what was he on, the barbershop? Or
I think so,
yeah. So, I think Derek Carr has a lot of, we talked about Tyrese Halliburton and how he uses the chip on his shoulder. Like, Derek Carr has a lot of chips on his shoulder he could choose to have. And this is one where really the most egregious thing here, because ultimately his team said, no, we're sticking with you. Whether you agree with that or not, that's, if you're Derek Carr, you appreciate that. The only thing that might really bother you is Tom Brady saying, you're sticking with that guy?
Right.
And I don't know if I would like to think that Tom Brady has shot Derek Carr a text. He probably hasn't. But it sure would be nice if he'd shot him a text saying, dude, you know what? Like,
if they have any kind of relationship, I bet he did.
I would think so. By the way, we'll check that later. Here's Derek Carr responding to that story.
It is what it is. For me, like, I didn't even hear about it. We actually had within the building, someone lost a family member. So, like, I was so immersed in that and just talking to that person and that kind of stuff that it was a moment to really put things in perspective. Like, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, anything I say will just be blasted out there. So I'm just going to completely remove myself and just keep trying to play football. It's been nice just answering football questions, and hopefully no more drama in the city. That's what I hope.
I would just like to say again how fascinated I always will be that Derek Carr has an accent that just does not sound like Fresno.
Yeah.
Like, I will never understand where that accent came from. But beyond that,
was a very Derek Carr answer.
Kyle and Jay have made a career out of really disparaging a guy like J.J. Watt, who is a wonderful human being. And they think that he's a faker. Mm-hmm. I think Derek Carr, if I understand that some people think there's a little disingenuity with J.J. Watt, whatever. How can you think that about Derek Carr? Is like the most genuine dude, I feel like.
Well, this is just the way he at least has presented to us consistently.
Yeah.
Since day one. A little bit like Russell Wilson. Oh, he's such a robot. Well, that's how he's done it.
Right.
So we don't know another version of him.
But has he done anything like Russell Wilson, at least? And I've asked, has done some cheesy stuff.
Right.
And, J.J. Watt even has done some cheesy. What has Derek Carr ever done? Like, honestly, has he done something that's cheesy and I just missed it?
Not that I know of. But it's a very much, I'm just, let's just play football. I'm going to put this stuff. And again, that can be the answer. Like, what is he supposed to say about the Tom Brady thing? Like, it bothered me. Doesn't, and maybe people want that, and maybe it legitimately, I think he's got that in him where it's like, okay, look, in the end, if I tell you it bothers me, someone's going to go run with it. If I tell you it doesn't bother me, someone's not going to believe me. I'm just here to play football.
How does Aaron Rodgers answer that question? If Tom Brady had said that about him, I know that wouldn't have happened, but I'm saying I wonder if
he would have had an answer
yes.
in a more direct way. And it might have been like, well, that's interesting. That Tom, like, I don't know if there's pushback or I can't wait to play him the next time. Like there'd be some sort of meat to it.
I think so. And by the way, I think Tom Brady is full of answers like Derek Carr's.
I agree.
But there's an edge to Tom Brady, I feel like. And I feel like with Derek Carr, he's just like, well, ding, 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 ding. It is what it is. And, good Lord willing, help the ball club and, one leg at a time and, put the right foot in front of the other. Derek Carr is the guy that listened to Crash Davis on the bus when he was in the minor leagues and got every single term down. So I like him. I do. And honestly, you got Josh McDaniels in there now. You've got a whole new crew. I think, and the point you brought up in the notes, Jason, is so smart. If John Gruden's still here, this thing just is blown sky high.
Right.
Everyone's asking John Gruden about it, and he will have answers.
Yes. But in one sense, if the story is as it is, as Dana White says, John Gruden turned it down. John Gruden was supporting Carr.
And that's how he's gonna, and that's exactly what he would say.
Like it's a good news thing if
Right.
we take it for that. Maybe there was more, I'm sure there's always more behind the scenes to all that stuff. But seemingly John Gruden was always a supporter of Derek Carr.
Well, according to our show polling, 73% of Raider fans wish that they had gone with Brady. And I wonder how much that has to do with them getting past their hatred of Brady, which they did, but also a large amount of Raider fans don't like Derek Carr either. Think they've hit a ceiling with Derek Carr.
I can see that
they're never going to get through.